Okay, so I bought this little Chinese welder from Temu. Cost me a little over $100. I'm just doing a little video here to see how it works. I have played around with it a little bit already, just to mess with the settings to see how it works. It says it's good for up to 1/8 rod, but I don't think so. I think 3/32 is about the max you can do. I've got it maxed out now. It's a real hard starter. It's hard to start your rods, but once you get going, it seems to work pretty good. They did a couple of welds here. This is one of them, and those are both 7018 332 beads. So it does work. I think so far for the money, it's well worth it. If we can just get over the hard start, it'll be all right. So again, this is where you put your rod. You press this button, it opens up. You can stick your rod in, let go of the button. There's a trigger here that starts, which is awful nice because if you're running a normal stinger, often if you leave the rod in the stinger and set it down, it arcs out on the table or anything metal that happens to be grounded. So that's a bit of a pain in the butt. This here is kind of nice. You press the trigger and there it goes. Power button here. You can hear the welder. It's got its cooling fans going. Temperature settings here. Again, I've got it maxed out for 332. It is a 20% duty cycle, so that means 2 minutes out of every 10 it can weld. And it's got to cool off a little bit. Welding 2 minutes is pretty good. You're not going to do a whole bunch of welding 2 minutes at a time. So, especially if you're just doing little projects at home, things like that. Or out in the field even, this might be good enough for that. I'm pretty sure it is. So it's got its own power cord. It just plugs into 110. It's got its own clamp, ground clamp. It's a cheap ground clamp, but it does the job. I'll probably upgrade this clamp. Just cut this clamp off and put a better clamp on. Let's give it a go and see how it works. Well, went well. So there's the weld. Looks pretty darn good. It's a nice looking weld and it's solid. It's a very good weld. So I'm pretty happy with that. Put a second bead on there and see what happens. Now maybe let's try a 1/8 and see how this works. I just don't think it's going to go very good. It's just not going to have enough juice, I don't think. weren't lying. It actually does lay a 70/18, 1/8 rod. So there's the weld for that. That's pretty good. I'll lay one over top and see what happens there. She's getting better. The workpiece is getting a little warmer, so. So it's exactly as advertised. It welds the 1/8 rod. It's getting a little warm to hold this even. So there's the weld. I'm pretty happy with that. Can't complain for $100. Just slightly over 100. I think it was an excellent purchase for anybody that cares or maybe wants to get one. Don't be scared about it. It's pretty nice. Does a good job.